friends, and welcome to Pod Return to the Waking Sands. We are a Final Fantasy XIV companion podcast where we explore the lore and story of Hydaelyn and beyond. My name is Jen, and I'm joined by my co-host and researcher.
I'm Levi.
What's up, Levi?
Hello, Jen.
You know,
Today,
you know what we had?
we had...
We love sandwiches. We love sandwiches.
I think we talked about this last year too, but we
Probably
made
because they're so good.
a double batch of Thanksgiving meatloaf from Kenji Lopez's The Food Lab book, and it's real good. One loaf was fully destroyed on Thanksgiving, and one loaf was for Daddy.
Daddy sandwiches.
Fat loaf for Daddy.
Great. The loaf jokes never get old.
But the meatloaf
I'm
does.
lying.
But it won't, because we're going to eat it first.
We already ate like half of it today.
Not like,
It goes so fast.
like a third, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Okay, that's
still
good news.
plenty left
That's
over.
good news. I saw what was left over and I'm like, no.
No, that there is still a third to 75% left.
Okay. Because that takes it's a lot of work.
That's why we did double batch, Jen.
Yeah. But it's the best meatloaf you'll ever have.
Correct.
Pro tip.
At any rate, today we are playing through the Great Gubal Library dungeon, the capstone to our Charlayan side trek. This feels heavily inspired by the Library of the Ancients from Final Fantasy V, which is a labyrinthine dungeon with plenty of monsters that pop out of books, with some direct quotes from 5 thrown in here, such as page 64 and the second boss, Biblos.
Biblos.
Yeah, Biblos.
Yeah. Donde está la Biblos?
Dead now. In 14...
Muerte.
This was, of course, the colony's library. The one-stop shop for all the books. This place kind of goes from the public access section on the outside into the forbidden section on the inside for Archons only. Until, of course, our meddling band shows up and trashes the place.
We do. We all of the sentinels, the guards, etc., that have been hanging out in the library since ever, we destroy a lot of them.
There are some infestations too.
True. Yeah. It's all for good cause. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jen, why are we here?
Well, we're here because we need to make an etheric ram. And in order to make that etheric ram, well, the etheric ram is to get into Azizla because it's got a force field of shiz. And the only person who knows how to make one is Matoya, Yushrola's old master. And Matoya doesn't remember because she wrote it all down in a book. And that book was stored in the super secret forbidden section of the library. So we went to go get it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
And thank you to our crew today who were...
Nephilim Highwind as... Don't tell me. Astrologian?
Yes.
Okay.
Jen said astrologian if you couldn't tell. With that very high-pitched, compressed sound.
And Red Dream was our machinist, looking like fucking Johnny Appleseed on an episode of Batman.
Yeah, Neon Johnny Appleseed.
It's pretty sweet.
And Jen was?
Oh, I was Dragoon. And Levi was Dark Knight.
Yeah.
So it was just the perfect Heaven's Ward group.
Yeah, the Ishgard crew.
Word.
Thank you to both. Good run, good times, nice and easy.
And Red Dream was like, I practiced for like an hour before the dungeon because it's which is fair and adorable because these minimum high level runs, we have no idea what the fuck we're getting into. It could be nuts.
I don't know if that was like fully serious. I couldn't tell if that was jokes or whatever.
It seemed genuine to me.
Great.
Why would he lie? Do people lie on the internet?
Yes. We lie, Jen, all the time. Also known as a joke.
Oh.
A lie told for humor.
That is awful. That's awful.
But true.
Humor can be found in truth.
And in lies.
Thank you.
And that is truth.
Great. All right. Thank you for Philosophy 101 for attending our TED Talk. I don't know, one of those. Yeah.
Yes. Regardless, yes, thank you, everyone. Good times. Once again, the Heaven's Ward mid-eye levels hit less hard, though there were some spicy pulls. I had to pop my invuln at one point. We did some double pulls, and that was about the end of our capacity. Could not do like a full wall pull in some cases. But the bosses were pretty easy.
I don't remember really any mechanics.
That's okay. I got them.
Well, no. As far as like, I do remember mechanics, but the joke there, Levi, which is also the truth, is that the mechanics weren't very intense.
Yes.
I think the hardest one probably for someone going into it fresh would be the tome. The demon tome? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Which we all love. It's like the creature coming out of a wall, which is a book, and then it's got these
spoilers,
cleaves and the whatever. But those cleaves hit like super fast. That's really like
I see.
The gotcha moment, I think, in that whole dungeon.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah, this dungeon is mostly vibes, in my opinion. Again, we're accompanied by Perorago, right? Perorago?
By accompanied, you mean they come in at the end?
Sure. Yeah. Ishola, Alfino, and Perorago walk in after we've done all the work, and they're like, wow, look at that. I guess we'll look for this book now.
I imagine the former two are in the trust if you do the AI version, but we did not.
Correct.
At any rate, yeah, so we're in the Great Gubal Library.
We did it. We got led in here by a broomstick, if you recall.
I do not. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was Broomsy. Broomsy let us in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So we are in the library. This place is a bit of a mess clutter-wise. I'm not 100% sure on what the visual storytelling is supposed to be showing us here. There are a bunch of stacked books on the floor everywhere, and if the shelves were emptier, it might suggest that the Charlayans bailed mid-move out. You know, they were stacking books for moving, and then at some point in time, they had to leave because shit was tight. But as it is, the shelves are pretty full, and there are piles of books on the floor, not just like, not heaps, but stacks of books. As in someone stacked some books somewhere and said, okay, that's good enough. So I don't really quite know what's supposed to be going on here because there are more books on the desks and floors than there is space on the shelves right now.
Too many books, man.
Too many books.
Too many books.
That's the problem.
The dance floor.
They bought too many books. They're like, well, where do they go? On the floor, I guess.
Or they could have been mid-pulling books for their research and like, I'm going to need all these books.
I'm going to carry the book to the walkway in the middle. Let me just carry it into the middle of the room. It's
interesting how you zeroed in on this particular element of the aesthetic, and you're like, how does this make any sense? And now we have to explore the logistics of why there are piles of books
correct
in a library.
Someone made a decision. Yes, but again, it's not piles, there are stacks of books. That's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
And why are there more books off the shelves than there is space on the shelves?
There's too many books, like I said.
Great. Okay,
They
so that's the story.
They didn't have a chance to build more shelves.
That is the problem. Charlayan, poor planning.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. I mean, if you go in there and try to use the Dewey Decimal System and the book you want is in one of those stacks, you're fucked.
Yes. There are also some infestations here. They got a bug problem. The first enemies we find are some big-ass dragonflies called Meganuras. Great.
How is it spelled?
It's up to you. You missed the chance, Jen, so too bad. Moving on. Jen asks me to spell shit so much, but this time Jen can suck it. So anyway, we fight some big dragonflies.
Full of piss and meatloaf.
I am. And besides the bugs here, though, we have some animated critters who, in their name says sentient. As in, someone made a sentient inkwell,
Yes.
gave it wings, and left it here for 15 years to
a ton
be
of
bored.
Enchanted critters up in here.
There are also some sentient tomes, which have big toothy mouths.
Yeah,
who I'm
chomp,
sure
chomp,
are
chomp.
dying for a chance to do something with their lives.
I think they were created for a particular purpose. If you recall our little Parago buddy who was like, "What's my purpose? I'm not good enough," or whatever. He was so distracted by the fact that he was made to be sentient for one purpose, and that was to serve Matoya tea. And that was like the only thing he cared about.
My intent is not to say that these are sentient for bad reasons. It's that it's horrific to give a creature sentience.
No. I know
what
you're saying.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Like they're like, oh my God, I'm so bored. I'm trapped in this library.
Yes.
What I'm saying in a way to help ease my conscience.
I see.
Is that they were given a very specific purpose, is in guard the library or guard this particular department in the library, and that's all they know and that's all they care about. That's all they're going to do.
One may imagine the inkwells were given their wings to flit about between the scholars to let them wet their pens.
Oh, I love that. That's some Harry Potter shit right there.
It is, yes. The tomes, I don't know why a book needs teeth besides to bite people.
Maybe it's a scary book.
It is a scary book. Congrats.
Yeah. It's reflecting its insides.
There we go. It's got teeth to show it's scary.
Boo!
We begin in the library, and we're going through some towering sections here. These are big kind of chasms of books, and there are floating platforms in the middle that are connected with these ether bridges.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of Amdapor Keep.
Yes.
Once you get into like where Diablos is.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so pretty. Like I said, this dungeon is vibes.
It has good jams too.
Oh man, it's so like jazzy and smooth, and it's beautiful, and you've got flying inkwells. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I can see why this is a lot of people's favorite.
There are some readable books here too. The first one we find is On Garlean Hierarchy, Volume 1. This is pretty dry. Jen, you click this.
I clicked this because I never do. And Red Dream said, hey, do you guys, like, should we stop so that you guys can read this stuff? And I was like, yeah. And Levi was like, no, I'm going to go back and do this on my own time because that we're not sitting there for however. And I'm glad, too, because I'm a much slower reader so that I can absorb all the information. So that would have been very annoying for everybody, especially Levi. And so I clicked on it and just like scrolled through it real quick to see what was up. It was like 6 pages of Garlean shit.
It is not just shit. It is 6 pages of Garlean hierarchy.
Oh my God.
As in, it's like, all right, so starting from the top, Zos, the Emperor, Vaughn, Legatus. It just lists all the titles and what they mean.
Oh my God. Which is cool, but talk about like leaving out the driest content.
There is also the title Gen, Medicus, or Technician. That's you.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. There are a good 15 or so titles in Volume 1, but wait, Jen,
oh my God.
There's a Volume 2.
Of course there is.
We move on past that book and we fight a golem in a rectangular-oid room with triple-stacked shelves around the perimeter.
Did you say rectangular-oid?
Yes, I did, because that's what it is.
Okay.
It's not a rectangle. It's rectangular-oid.
Rectoid?
That's gross, Jen.
Like your mom. Ayo.
So mean. In this room, we find Volume 2 of the Garlean book, which has even more ranks descending in hierarchy. There's also, though, a bit of interesting narrative at the end. This hierarchy extends to the general populace as well, though it is far less complex. The majority of citizens bear the boss title, and there is a smaller group which appears to be comprised of respected artisans who have adopted the Seri title. The On title is bestowed upon the peoples of annexed territories and indicates they lack even the most basic rights afforded to a citizen. However, many Garleans view this as an opportunity rather than a condemnation, as citizenship may be granted to those who have demonstrated exceptional skills, as well as those who have contributed 20 or more years of military service. Only 20.
Some Starship Troopers nonsense.
From here, we enter the Hall of Magics with a K and find the Demon Tome.
Yeah!
This is a reprise of the Demon Wall, now in book form. This guy's pretty basic. He's got some AoEs. The main problem with AoEs is that they're very low contrast.
Yes.
So you can't really see them well unless you're watching for them on the floor. It's a dark room. They're dark AoEs, kind of bad for readability.
Like, is that a shadow? What's going on?
So shadow your demise, Jin.
Ooh.
And also we found on min eye level that this guy will randomly auto-attack non-tanks. So it does give the healer a bit to do because those hits hit hard on min eye level.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. Yeah, so those cleaves, they go pretty quickly and they don't telegraph the same way as other cleaves that you are used to. So they'll get you. I got a couple of debuffs just because I was distracted by, I don't know, something.
Books.
Probably, learning. And then the book will do, the demon tome will spin around.
What it does is it shuts up and prepares a disclosure. We have a non-disclosure agreement, Jin.
Look at that.
So we got to bail and get behind it.
Yeah.
Before it opens up.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the one shot if you get stuck behind it. Not fully sure, but feels like that's the structure of the fight. Anyway, that's it. You dodge some AoEs, you don't get disclosured, and it mixes things up in the second cycle and onward by adding in an icy floor, but it's not that hard. There's no hazards to fall into with the ice.
There's a full gate.
Yeah, you gotta skate past it to not get disclosed on. And you're done. From the Demon Tome, we head into a hall with lots of page 64s. A book will fall down and open up, presumably to page 64, and a demon head pops out. This guy will do line attacks at a party member consistently. Ideally, that person will point their lines away from the party, but probably not a big deal, especially not on non-min eye level.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
it's like a dark blue bald head.
Yeah.
Goblin-looking guy who kind of like rises out of the book.
Yep.
Shoots stuff.
I think that these guys might also cast a death spell too for Blue Mage, but we'll worry about that once we get to Blue Mage in some time, Jen. So we'll be back here for some Blue Mage spells for sure. Otherwise, though, we fight some Paragos called Spine Dusters. So these are Paragos that were made to dust spines, and now they're weaponized, Jen. They're like, all right, library can go to shit, but you kill anyone coming in, Paragos.
Exactly. Yeah. You have two jobs.
And we find another readable book too. This is Essences and Permutations. The spark of lightning ignites when it strikes, and thus fire is born. The heat of fire renders to ash all that it touches, and thus earth is born. The density of earth shuns sun and harbors cold, and thus ice is born. Not sure if that's fully true, but okay. The armor of ice melts away, and thus water is born. The moistness of water mists and rises, and thus wind is born. Arguable, probably.
Yeah.
The gusts and sighs of wind gather the clouds, and thus lightning is born.
Hey, that's like first grade. Awesome.
Chapter 2, The Three Conquests, Boundless and Unwavering. Earth grounds lightning. Water erodes earth. Lightning boils water. Chapter 3, The Three Submissions, Timeless and Unending. Fire is extinguished by wind. Ice is melted by fire. Wind is obstructed by ice. The latter two chapters are hella relevant in Eureka.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
On now to the next room and another book, Over the Horizon. Though there is some debate as to whether or not Merylvib Blofiswin and her League of Lost Bastards, Jen is laughing at me, I don't care, were the first Eorzeans to discover the Western continent, there is no denying that their navigational charts were instrumental in establishing the major trade routes of today. Moreover, the accounts from their expeditions are widely regarded as both informative and entertaining. That's us, Jen. Of particular note is their first encounter with the Mamul Jah, as well as the other indigenous peoples and creatures which seemed curiously intent on their demise. These travel journals have since inspired a legion of explorers and treasure hunters to retrace the League's journey. Yet, in spite of their numbers, the existence of a Bleedin' City o' Gold remains unconfirmed.
Curious.
Yes, we gotta go find the Bleedin' City o' Gold.
Bleedin' City of Gold. It fucking City of Gold.
From there, we pass through the Natural History Room, which has petrified wood pieces. There are a couple of fossilized nautiluses and a couple of weird bug arm-looking things, which may be Nath/Vath-esque. I'm not fully sure what they're meant to be.
Bug arm-looking thing?
It looks like Jin does not know what this is, but in StarCraft, like a Zerg building or something, it's like a bio-carapace, whatever, protrusion coming out that's been petrified and turned to wood.
I see. Okay.
Anyway, from there, we move on to the astrology and astromancy camera. I don't know what camera means in this context, but I assume it's something for like looking. And here we meet Byblos, a minotaur-looking dude that emerges from a tome. He's got a few AoEs, no big deal. Otherwise, his main thing is that he will go invulnerable inside his book and summon page 64s.
Yes, that's the kill ad phase. And then he will also go into his book and summon little pads that you have to stand in to...
That's the final boss.
Is that the final boss?
Yes.
Oh, see, fuck. So few mechanics. I am assigning them all to a single boss.
The main mechanic is the ad mechanic. The ads, when they die, they will tether you with a glowing ball. The ball will detonate if it reaches you. So just like run across the room, they'll fade away, whatever.
Yeah.
Otherwise, some like wind balls and shit to dodge is not a hard fight.
Wind balls.
Yeah, wind balls. After that, we finally reach the Archons only section, where we find ominous red glowing tomes scattered about. Some of the shelves here are actually chained up, and some books seem to have been torn open, scattering pages all about. One might imagine, Jen, that there have been void sent that have broken loose from these books because we find some imps here. Also, some of the owl-like scatine. On the ground here, we can find a very creepy leather-bound diary about a simile of Lady Amandine from Hawk Manor.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty is ephemeral, but it needn't be. My Lady Amandine knows this well, lovely creature that she is. Would that I could have the genuine article in my keeping, but alas, I shall have to settle for a pale imitation. The vessel is not quite up to my usual standards, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say. I washed and anointed it per the instructions, then secured it to the bed with chains. Wouldn't want her to get ideas above her station, oh no. Gods, just the thought of it is enough to get my blood pumping.
Ew.
I can hardly wait to welcome my beloved succubus into this world.
Oh, God.
And there's a part 2 of this tome down below, Jen.
I'm good.
The tentacles. So many tentacles. And the sound of it writhing on the bed. Gods, just listening to it is agony.
Stop it. I agree.
That's the end.
Fuck.
End of the book.
Good book. Thanks, Debs.
Oh, wait, there's one more line. I've made a terrible mistake.
Epilogue by Job.
We fight a few more guys, and the deepest chamber opens up, revealing a giant bookman, the ever-living bibliotaph. He opens up his face and shows us his pages.
Open up that face, big boy.
He does. This guy is pretty cool. I will read his entry directly because it's cool.
All right.
Good as shit.
Read it. Isn't there some like a Don Bluth or a Disney movie that's like hella forgotten that involved anthropomorphized books? I remember there being
that was like the Page Master or some shit.
I think that's correct. Yeah, totally random. He reminded me of that.
I see. Fair. Okay, here we go. The ever-living bibliotaph. This hulking soulkin mammoth was created to guard the library's forbidden section. Embodying an arcane tome with void scent sealed within its pages, it imitates a living will to forge a pact with the creatures, which are unleashed upon trespassers. By way of a safety measure, should the bibliotaph's ethereal cover become spent and cease to function, the voidsent are automatically released from the pact and returned to their realm.
Oh, so that might be why there are imps about. Because the bibliotaph was like, go, my pretties.
Possibly.
All right.
But also, there are hella torn up pages, too, that are, again, glowing like hella red.
Yeah, they've
This place
escaped.
is spooked up.
Yeah.
Either way, we fight Bookman. He's got a few moves here. This is a fun fight. One of them is a tracking AoE, which seemed to target only the healer.
Nufflebuster?
Yep, you just bait that AoE away from the party, and then it goes off, and you're good to go. Otherwise, the main mechanic is the fun one. Areas appear over the floor with a number of glowing circles. This is the thing, Jen.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
You stand on, everybody runs, you stand
Jen,
on
how
a pad.
do they look?
They look like faces of a button, actually. But they're little round. I saw that look. But yeah, they're little glowing circles on the ground. in a larger circle, and you go stand on it, and then there's like a glowing chain that pops up, like you've contained the threat.
I was trying to get Jen to explain the mechanic, but she did not take the bait. There are a number of circles, little suspended circles over the glowing floor circle. The number is the number of people required to stand in there simultaneously to dispel the effect.
Yes.
So it begins with 1, and eventually there are 3 circles. Therefore, 3 people must stand in there at the same time to dispel the effect. If they do not do so, any undispelled circles will summon void send adds. I found many people complaining about this fight being too hard for pickup groups and wiping on this guy. Yes.
Really? No shade. Because obviously we've done some very hard content, so this in comparison seems not that hard. But if you haven't done it before, it's not entirely intuitive, so I can understand.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you're doing it along, at minimum eye level, and maybe you don't have your artifact gear or you don't have any tome gear, I could totally see that.
Yep. Especially if you tunnel vision and just think, okay, AoE over there, not my problem. Incorrect.
100%. Yeah, and that was like when we first started playing the stack marker, and we just like, glowing orange lines, run away.
They added in the tutorial for that after we began playing.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like it is not intuitive immediately. It doesn't make a ton of visual sense until you realize, and then it does.
Yes. And with the Bibliotaph defeated, we have done it. Our crew shows up at the end, Alphino, Y'shtola, and the Parago, who IDs the correct tome lying on the floor. And Alphino helpfully reminds us, okay, bring that tome back to Master Matoya.
So this is the tome. Excellent. Let us take it to Master Matoya at once.
Oh!
In a special voiced scene just for that reminder.
So funny. This must be the book. Let's bring it back. Okay.
But we will not bring it back, Jin. Before things heat up again, we're going to take a break to talk about Astrologian.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I was like, right now? No, okay.
Before that quest line gets even more awkward to talk about in light of the MSQ progression.
Yeah.
I think this is the last Heaven's Ward awkward quest line.
It's so hard to balance that timing, dude.
Yeah.
Because shit goes south right away, but then so many of these other the job quests and crafting quests and such, they're not.
They're not timeless.
It's awkward.
Yes. Before we adjourn, though, Jen, any comments from you?
Let's see. What do I gotta say? I don't know, man. It's just a cool dungeon.
It is a cool dungeon.
Yeah, the stakes are pretty low. Honestly, we're not. We are. I mean, the etheric RAM is very important, obviously, but this always just feels just like a fun little romp.
Yeah.
I bet if we oh no, we didn't get the book, we could just hypnotize Master Matoya and she'd be like, I remember, You just send a bunch of progos in there and be like, what's up, guys? I'm here to grab a book. And they're like, at ease.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay, Jen has given her final review. I agree. Fun dungeon, good vibes, good time all around. So we will see you next time.
And that will do it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. And remember, kids, put an apple under your pillow or Johnny Appleseed is going to find you. If you want to get in touch with us, you can at podreturnffxiv@gmail.com. We are on Blue Sky at podreturnffxiv. Check the show notes for our Discord. You can get in there, make some friends, do some chats, lurk, whatever. Everybody's really awesome. We would love to have you. And we have a link to the podcast t-shirt in there at TeePublic. Levi did the graphic on it. It's a little Major General. It's a Draco. It's real cute. And last but not least, our Patreon, patreon.com/podreturnffxiv. And for $1 a month, you get access to the other stuff that we do, including the seasonal events in 14, like the card game, the tabletop RPG, what other random stuff we decide to talk about, we throw in there. And for $2 a month, you get access to our bonus series, Sightseeing Log. And this season, we are playing Final Fantasy VI. Or I'm playing it and I'm telling Levi about it. And thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. You guys are great, and we really appreciate you. And with that, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a good day or night, and we will see you next time.